A gravitational wave can be seen as an enormous number of gravitons traveling in a coordinated manner, just as an electromagnetic wave can also be seen as an enormous number of photons traveling in a coordinated manner. Folds in the geometry of space are nothing more than gravitational waves or some other kind of force. A generalization of Einstein's reasoning leads us to see space-time as a solid block in which all moments are recorded, frozen, different from the image of time as a river that always carries us forward from one moment to the next. The frozen moments in the space-time block represent different nows, events that happen at the same time, which are different according to the different states of motion of the observers. If we wanted to slice the space-time block according to each observer's different notions of now, we would slice the block at different angles. The moments, the events, the movements that make up the space-time block locally exist. Moments do not exist only in the instant that they are illuminated by the spotlight of present time or by the consciousness of an observer. This idea of actual existence only in the present moment agrees with our intuition, but does not stand up to a more detailed logical analysis. Once enlightened, any moment remains forever enlightened. Locally, the moments that happened can no longer change. Changing a moment, changing the past, is an idea that locally does not correspond to reality. The only physical possibility to change the past is to change the present in a copy world, in a perfect copy of the world. Of course, the universe makes sense. The only physically possible way for a relatively large amount of matter to travel into the past is to travel to a copy of the world that is at an epoch behind our world. The act of conscious observation is an integral element of physics that realizes the result produced from an ocean of probabilities. All worlds compatible with the laws of physics exist somewhere in the universe. There are an infinite number of blocks of space-time, not just one. We have arrived in the infinite world of probabilities. Time travel into the past is only possible for the most complex matter, without being dismantled or destroyed by traveling through space to another Earth, lagging behind in its time. With infinite copy worlds existing in the universe, each occurrence of physically possible events takes place on any of the worlds in the universe. One can travel to the past by going to a backward copy world. Although physicists generally agree that trips into the past are impossible to perform directly, the copy theory overcomes this impossibility with refined elegance. If travel to the past were possible, otherwise, we would be inundated with visitors from our future. This invasion does not happen to us simply because other planets like our planet Earth are very far away from us in space. Time machines capable of making matter travel back in time destroy the fragile structure of matter. Measurements of space and time are not truly fundamental. All movement is always a relative oscillation in the tension of the extensive continuous void. That is, no movement has a real existence in fact, but always only relational. Emptiness, absence, is the most basic foundation of the entire universe. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel and give your like if you enjoy it.